Test, test. All right, all right. The time has come. Welcome to the Iron Man Gala. The truth is, we've got Tony Stark and they don't. Okay, if I could get your attention for just 1 second. All right. The sooner we get started, the sooner we can start putting pressure on Coach Vito. Where is Vito? What table? I gotta find him. No pressure, bro. I'm just getting warmed up. Thank you, Rob. Okay. Welcome to the 2025 Bergen Catholic Crusader Gala. It is my high honor right now to introduce a man that has left an indelible impression on my left shoulder blade. It's literally 42 years, and the impression still exists because I was in his biology class at Bergen Catholic as he struck me with a yardstick and put a live snake in my face, which was one of his many talents and techniques in developing young men at Bergen Catholic. So without any further ado, I'd like to invite up Brother Peter Zaywat for our invocation. Give him a round of applause, please.
Good evening. I think we could all say that it's good for us to be here to celebrate a tremendous, a fantastic, a great school. I spent 4 years as a student at Bergen Catholic and then 5 years as a teacher. And those 9 years have made a significant difference in my life. So I'm glad to be here with you. And I want to say, on behalf of all of the brothers of the North American province, a congratulations to Brian and Tim, the staff, faculty, and the parents and students of Bergen. This evening is a tribute to the greatness that this school is. So let's take a minute to recall that we are in God's holy presence, the God who is among us and within us. And we pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good and gracious God, during this season of Thanksgiving, we come before you with grateful hearts. You sent your Son, Jesus, the great teacher, to show us the way to live for you by living lives of love and service to our neighbors. His message was reflected in the life of Blessed Edmund Rice, who, by educating poor children, gave them a newfound dignity which opened a promising future. The value of Catholic education continues to flourish in the classrooms of Bergen Catholic, where parents, the primary educators, and teachers collaborate in drawing out the best in our young men, allowing them to reach their God-given potential. Tonight, we honor the many teachers who have dedicated their lives to imparting knowledge and acting as role models for those entrusted to their care. We ask your blessing on each of them. Bountiful God, we also ask a blessing on each of us here. Bless the food that we will enjoy and all those who prepare and serve it. Keep us mindful of all who go hungry this evening and for all who come to their aid. We pray in the name of Jesus, your Son and our brother. Amen. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Brother Peter. Good evening and welcome to the 2025 Crusader Gala, a night we honor our teachers and staff members, past and current. These outstanding individuals lived their lives through the charism of our founder, Blessed Edmund Rice, inspiring alumni and today's young men to deepen and strengthen their Catholic faith, become gentlemen, and strive for leadership opportunities. As we thank and celebrate our teachers this evening, I want to begin in recognition of our principal, Tim McElhaney, serving Bergen Catholic for 20 years. Tim, please stand up. For our teachers, we're grateful for their hard work and commitment to Bergen Catholic. At this time, will all our inspiring teachers please stand up? Past and current, retirees, current faculty members, heroes of Bergen Catholic. Tonight, thank you. Tonight, we also recognize the Christian brothers who've been part of the great school for decades. Please join me in welcoming our provincial leader, Brother Peter Zawad, class of 1975. Our trustee and member of our provincial leadership team, Brother Michael Savage. Brother Gabriel Dunbar. Brother Ben McDonough, and Brother Ray Veracruzzi. We'd also like to extend a warm welcome to our school chaplain, Father Sam Monaco. We extend a warm welcome to Father Jim White and Deacon Ralph Powell. Tonight, we also welcome members of our sponsor council and our board of directors. From our board of directors, our chairman, Michael Marcon. Secretary of our board, Jim Dowling. Executive committee member, Patrick Marin. Board of directors member, Mike Ferentz. And board of directors member, Benedetta Watros. From our sponsor council, welcome John Amaratis. Bob Corley. And Mike Marin. Welcome. For all the members of our alumni board, I want to welcome you, and a special welcome to our alumni board president, Steve Estrelato. Tonight is made possible through the incredible generosity of alumni, parents, and sponsors. Be sure to see our e-journal throughout the evening, and please join me in a round of applause for all of our sponsors. Catholic secondary schools are a unique place, and I'm proud of our relationship with the schools that we have, and I want to thank them for their sponsorship tonight. Immaculate Heart Academy, thank you. President Melinda Hanlon and the Academy of Holy Angels. President Joe Assolino and Don Bosco Prep. For several months, a team of super volunteers have been instrumental in preparing for this great night. We couldn't do it without you. Krista Barabbas. Thank you, Krista. Sonia Labazetta. Thank you to Sonia. Francis Santos. Thank you, Francis. And Jenny Wells. Thank you, Jenny. Joining this great group of volunteers who worked tirelessly for tonight is our Vice President of Advancement, Matt Rosa. Thank you, Matt. Our Director of Annual Giving, Bob Murray. Our Advancement Coordinator, Tiffany Harris. Our Advancement Officer, Billy Armstrong. Director of Alumni, and none other than Marge Quinn. Our Database Manager, Regina Vrzocevic. And a dear friend to many, our dear, dear friend, beautiful person, Claire Quinn. No event at Bergen Catholic is without the grace and expertise of our events coordinator, Mary Patera. Way to go, Mary. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on your tables tonight are these beautiful centerpieces. The beautiful centerpieces are donated tonight by June Park, and I want to thank June Park and our Asian Parents Association for their beautiful work and friendship and support along the way. Along with our Asian Parents Association, a heartfelt thank you to our leader in so many ways, Helen Kim. Thank you, Miss Helen Kim. Alumnus Tom Gambuza, class of 2006, elegant music for tonight's DJ. Thank you, Tom. This is very special. Class of 2027, Christian Karan is here tonight, okay? An entrepreneur who donated his photo booth tonight. Thank you, Christian. We'll see you soon. As you heard earlier, tonight returning to the stage as your MC is none other than Sandy Cerami, class of 1985. Welcome back, Sandy, and thank you and Mary for all of your help and hard work and dedication and support. Finally tonight, I'll put my glasses on. I don't think I need them, but I want to thank my beautiful wife, Amy, for all her patience, love, and support. Thank you, honey. I love you very much. Now, it's a great pleasure that I invite up to this stage our Vice President of Advancement, class of 2008, Mr. Matt Rosa.
Thank you, Dr. Mahoney. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we gather as a community, a family rooted in faith and rising in excellence. It's more than a theme, it's who we are. Our roots reach back over 2 centuries to Waterford, Ireland, where a humble merchant named Edmund Rice looked out his window and saw what others had chosen not to see. Young boys without opportunity, without hope, without access to education. He could have turned away, but instead, he opened his heart and then his home. From that single act of courage and compassion, a movement was born. One that transformed lives through faith, education, and service, and continues to shape ours today. That same spirit took root here in Oradell, New Jersey in 1955, when the Christian Brothers founded Bergen Catholic High School. Their mission was not just to build a school, but to build a brotherhood where faith is lived, excellence is pursued, and service is expected. They believed, and we still believe, that the true measure of education is not found in the walls of a building, but in the formation of the heart. That's what it means to be rooted in faith. And every time a young man leaves Bergen Catholic ready to lead, ready to serve, and to make a difference, we see what it means to rise in excellence. Through every era, our teachers have been the heart of this mission. They are the living embodiment of Edmund Rice's vision, forming not only minds, but hearts, guiding our students to discover both who they are and who God calls them to be. But tonight, I want to pause and say something very personal. Many of the men and women seated in this room tonight were my teachers. They taught me how to write, how to think, how to lead, but most importantly, how to live a life rooted in faith. They saw potential in me long before I saw it in myself. And it's because of them that I returned to Bergen Catholic, first to teach, then to welcome new students, and now to help ensure that the next generation can experience what I was blessed to receive. Our teachers are the bridge between what Bergen Catholic has been and what it continues to become. They are the constant, the soul of our mission, and they deserve our deepest gratitude. And that mission is why we are here tonight. At Bergen Catholic, more than 50% of our students receive need-based tuition assistance, support made possible through the generosity of people like yourselves. These are not merit-based scholarships. They are acts of faith, acts of love, that ensure every young man who is called to this mission has the opportunity to answer that call. Tuition assistance isn't simply financial aid. It's mission in action. It's how we live out Edmund Rice's legacy and ensuring that a family's financial reality never becomes a barrier to a young man's spiritual and academic growth. And if I may share this, standing here before you tonight is deeply personal for me, because I would not be here, not in this role, not standing before you, not working alongside so many of you to grow Bergen Catholic, if I hadn't received tuition assistance when I was a student. That gift changed the trajectory of my life. It allowed me to experience this community, to be mentored by incredible teachers, and to be formed by the same mission that brings us together tonight. So when I look out at all of you, our parents, alumni, benefactors, and friends, I don't just see supporters. I see partners in the same mission that shaped who I am today. So as we celebrate 70 years of Bergen Catholic, we honor our roots, firmly planted in the faith of Edmund Rice, and we continue with conviction and hope. Through your generosity tonight, we ensure that countless young men will continue to rise, rooted in faith, rising in excellence. May every gift we offer tonight be more than a contribution. May it be a commitment to the next generation of Crusaders who will go forth to transform the world with compassion, courage, and conviction. Because when we give, we do more than support a school. We continue a mission, one that began in Waterford, took root in Oradell, and lives on in every young man who wears the Bergen Catholic crest. God bless you, God bless Bergen Catholic, and live Jesus in our hearts forever.
All right, round of applause for Matty Rosa, please. So now I'm going to ask you to do something that's probably not in everybody's primary interest, but I'm going to ask you to just stop talking to the person next to you. Just stop for 2 seconds and just listen. Just let a moment of silence right here. Just stop talking and listen. Because if you don't close your mouths, it's hard to open the heart. It's hard to open the heart. It's always great to see friends. It's always great to see old classmates. But now's an opportunity for us to hear from somebody who has a special message, something worth listening to. And so the best way to listen is to close that, open these, open this. And with that said, I'd like to ask JJ to join us, please.
How about that? You know, about a while back, a good friend of mine said, JJ, I'm gonna need you to do this speech for me on November 20th. Nothing too bad, you know, just a gala. I'm surely gonna fall in love with you anyways. Tonight I hope to show you exactly why. Good evening. My name is Johnson O'Corey, though most of you know me as JJ, and I'm beyond honored to stand before you tonight as a proud senior at Bergen Catholic. Most of you here tonight who have had, you know, the absolute pleasure to teach me, I'll add, have probably met my grandfather. He's the one who first instilled in me a love of knowledge, a respect for sacrifice, and a conviction that education isn't just a privilege, it's a responsibility. Last night I was talking with my mom. She goes, JJ, are you excited for your big speech tomorrow? I go, yeah, sure, just a little nervous. She goes, why are you nervous? Aren't you just shaking some hands, taking some photos, saying some thank yous? So that's a little reductive, Mom, but sure. So tonight, thank you, Mom. You've served as my backbone. The late nights commuting from Brooklyn as a social worker, you're my why. You're the reason I get up and say, let's go, kid, go do this thing. Get out there and make a name for yourself. And I know she's gonna hate this, but Mom, I need you to stand up real quick for me. Everyone, this is the woman who made every sacrifice I talked about, the late nights, the early mornings, the doubt, the faith, all of it. If you ever wondered where I get my drive from, there she is. There she is. Let's show some love tonight. How about it? But then the dreaded question she would ask hit. How are we going to afford the school for you? It ain't cheap, I'll tell you that. Until I received tuition assistance. That tuition assistance gave me an opportunity, a chance I'll hold with me for the rest of my life. And now as I look back, I think about the students out there, younger than me, who dream of coming here but think they can't because it costs too much. I've been there. We often hear the term brotherhood, and as cliche as it sounds, the brotherhood on Ortal Avenue feels real because it is. My home away from home, the place that helped me, helped us explore who we are and who we're meant to become. Thanks to you, all of you, who are alumni, faculty, staff, supporters, you understood better than anyone else that this institution is more than just books and test scores. You know what it means to carry the scarlet and gold, to live the motto, to be the inspiration. You know the power of a network that spans thousands of men, partners, friends, and leaders. From freshman to senior year, Bergen Catholic has shaped me. It's been my canvas, where I found my voice, my purpose, and my calling. I've had the chance to explore my unique identity, to serve, to lead, to learn. From freshman year to senior, I've been honored to give back, volunteering with the Alzheimer's Association, Covenant House, advocating for homeless youth, playing lacrosse, debating in mock trial, case comps and finance clubs, editing for the literary magazine, and speaking at school masses in front of 800 sets of eyes. It's my personal favorite. It's ironic because I've done big crowds before, but nothing quite compares to this. Here I learned what it's really meant to be a Catholic gentleman leader. Now, I want to preface this by saying this moment isn't about me. It's about inspiring a generation of dreamers, believers, world changers. It's about defying the odds and redefining the status quo. All of this supplied by opportunity. Without it, I don't have the privilege to stand in front of you tonight. Without it, I don't become half the man I am today. Without it, I don't get to grace the halls of Bergen Catholic with the smile a good number of you in here associate me with. But most importantly, without you and the tremendous belief you have in your alma mater, none of this happens. The tuition assistance you help bring in is more than just a check or a dollar sign. It's a lifeline. You are change makers because you're writing more than just checks. You're writing futures. Ladies and gentlemen, there's power in numbers, literally and figuratively. Tonight I ask you to come together to continue this mission. This speech is dedicated to those who had to fight for an education, from underprivileged youth to immigrant families, wherever and whomever you identify with. Even as I stand here now, a senior, looking back at the 4 years and beyond, I reflect not only on what I've done, but on what I hope to do. I strive to be a force for good, whether that's in international affairs, political science, or finance. This school has enabled me to become the best version of me. And to that I say, thank you, Dr. Mahoney, the entire advancement team, our incredible faculty and staff for the tremendous impact you've made on me. Thank you, Bergen Catholic, for taking a chance on me. And to every person in this room, thank you for making my high school experience unforgettable. It amazes me as I stand here reminiscing upon my freshman year, taking my very first steps onto campus, blissfully unaware of how fast time flies. And look at where you are, JJ. It was my distinct honor to address you all tonight. A lot of familiar faces and a whole lot of new ones, so I'll be sure to make my rounds. Thank you, and as always, stay useful.
Just for perspective, that's a senior in high school. For those of us, please give them a round of applause. That is who and why we're here tonight. And I could not have said it better. Certainly not at 58, and certainly not as a senior in high school. JJ, incredible. I had to obviously run to grab Doc Mahoney's cheaters because I couldn't find my glasses. Are these Amy's? They look great on me. Thank you so much. So I kind of stepped out of the program here for a second, but I would like for us to play, if we could cue up the video, and then we'll pop back in.
Teachers are so important to Bergen Catholic. They're the heart of Bergen Catholic. They're the ones that allow us to lead later on in our lives because they've been our mentors. They've been our coaches.
I think the two greatest assets human beings have is time and love, and how we use those things. And that's what I experienced when I was here with the teachers. The amount of time that they put in, not only during the school day, but before school, after school.
They're kind of our support buddies that are there constantly for us, you know.
Over time, you build a connection with them.
They don't just teach, they mentor, right? They set you up for success and they truly want to see you succeed.
They have so much contact with these young kids when they come in here at such a critical juncture in those kids' lives.
They help us get through all the tough challenges that we face in the classroom.
They're there to help us academically, spiritually, and to grow as a young man, and I feel like that's a very important and essential thing that we have going on at Bergen.
The teachers are the folks that have the opportunity to shape young minds and young behavior in a way that may not necessarily have an impact right away, but ultimately it helps them shape their adulthood.
I think it's molded me into who I am as a teacher and as an administrator today because of the model that was set for me when I was here as a student.
And they mean so much to all of us for all different generations of Crusaders. Teachers are the lifeblood of Bergen Catholic.
And I think one of the main reasons that we're still here is because of those teachers that have been here for so long, passing along the mission, teaching kids year after year.
They've helped shape generations of young men, turn them into adults that follow the ideals of Blessed Edmund Rice.
When I think about the 70-year history of Bergen Catholic and I think about the Edmund Rice Christian Brother education, the first I think about is the master teacher in Blessed Edmund Rice, who took all of his resources to educate the Catholic young men of Ireland who needed an education.
For those of us who have been blessed to be successful in life,
I owe my success to my high school education.
I mean, I wouldn't be the man I am today without them.
to look back at the sacrifices that the individuals who chose to teach here have made. It's not easy.
Teaching in a Catholic school is a vocation.
Catholic education doesn't pay as well as public education. The demands are great. The competitiveness is great. But those people who chose that path and made a dedicated commitment of their life to make all of us better, we owe it to them.
The support that they gave me during my years, I think it's time for me to give back to them.
When you give back to an institution that gave you all the tools that you needed to be successful, you're living out the mission of the school and you're living out the education that you received.
When we are generous specifically for our teachers, we keep their legacy alive.
It honors them and their legacy because I think many of the teachers that were here because they believed in the Bergen Catholic mission, they believed in the development of our students, and a gift to honor them means everything in terms of continuing their legacy at Bergen Catholic.
The world has changed, right? It's a very different world today than it was in 1977.
Remember, 40 years ago, a large percentage of the teachers were Irish Christian brothers. Today, there are lay teachers. We need to attract the best and brightest. We need to have the financial resource to be able to support these teachers. Those quality teachers are going to provide the current students the opportunity that I had 40 years ago.
To give those opportunities for the best and the brightest to be the leaders of our young men and to allow our young men to thrive in leadership roles down the line.
Your generosity and support can make a huge difference in terms of the future of students at Bergen Catholic.
Giving back to the school in terms of financial tuition assistance is extremely important because somebody like myself would not have been able to come to Bergen Catholic without it.
Thank you, Mr. Gisman and Mr. Beatty, for inspiring me to become a teacher and for a 30-year career in education.
Thank you, Mr. Horner, and thank you, Mr. Flynn, for being guiding lights here in my career at Bergen Catholic and for giving me a voice.
Thank you, Brother Byer, for showing us the way to a stronger faith.
I can't thank Brother Jensen and Coach Downfield enough.
Really want to thank Mrs. Holt for all the effort she's put into the school, to her kids, to the classroom.
Thank you, Tom McCluskey. Thank you, Al Barton.
Thank you, Mr. Goldie. Thank you, Brother Jensen. Thank you, Mr. Flynn, Brother Ford, for what a positive impact you had on my life.
Thank you, Dr. Maggio, for believing in me.
Thank you, Mr. Giarusso.
Thank you, Mrs. Draldick.
Thank you, Mr. Tedeschi.
Thank you, Mr. McCloskey.
Thank you, Deacon.
And I cannot be more grateful and more proud to know that I'm part of this brotherhood and to thank you for all that you have done.
Thank you to all of the teachers here at Bergen Catholic.
All right, worth plugging your ears into. If you like what you hear when they drop it in your ear, then I think you'll like what's to come. I'd like to thank, where's Brother Zawat, for beating me senseless with a yardstick. I'd like to thank John Puzio and Doc Gisman for taking me on the greatest ski trips in the history of skiing. Give them a round of applause. Wouldn't have been the same without them. I want to thank Mr. Goldie for not allowing me to get into his class because he knew I did not measure up academically. I understand now completely. He taught all the smart kids. I never got into that class. But all kidding aside, the truth of the matter is that in a world dominated by digital and social media and AI, what Brother Edmund Rice had was the heart piece of it, and that does not change in 2025. This is not about the dollars and cents. This is about making a difference. This is about changing lives. And just like JJ, 50% of the students that come into the Bergen Catholic family and become part of the brotherhood need tuition assistance, and it changes lives. And that's something that is impossible to measure in dollars and cents. It's measured in what you saw and what you heard when JJ came up and shared his story. It's all the stories that are in this room. So it's not about dollars and cents. It's about making a difference. It's about changing lives. The one thing that I would say to you is that tonight we're asking everybody as part of the Bergen Catholic family to join us in continuing that mission, to be part of something bigger than just you or me or the individual sitting in this room, being part of something that we can all be proud of, that we can all look back upon. I was no academic all-star at Bergen Catholic. I promise you, when they talk about Bergen Catholic and the academic excellence, it is not Sandy Cerami's face that pops into people's minds. Thanks for laughing. For those of you that know me, you know I speak the truth, you know. Quiet down, Tim McCarthy. I got your GPA from Iona. All right, but the truth of the matter is that what we do produce are great human beings, people that care, people that are tied together by a common bond that we call the brotherhood. That's something I couldn't possibly put my fingertips on. None of us can, but we know it when we feel it. We know it when we see it. We know when we talk to someone else that's part of the brotherhood, that's part of the Bergen Catholic community, we can feel it. It's not something that we have to hold up and show people. It's something that we demonstrate by how we live our lives every single day. And so this is the opportunity for each and every one of us to change a life, to make a difference, and to be part of something that's bigger than just each individual in the room. That said, as we celebrate 70 years of Blessed Edmund Rice, I get the opportunity to be the bridge between a couple of different classes at Bergen Catholic. I have the opportunity to bring up my friend. Where's Rich? I find him somewhere. There you go. There he is. Round of applause. Bridging multiple different generations. If you want to know the epitome of what Bergen Catholic is and what Bergen Catholic produces, there's no better example than my friend Rich.
Thank you, thank you. And, geez, you think I would have prepared something, right? I could give my speech on humility, but usually I do it for a much bigger crowd. So in 1966, I wanted to go to Bergen Catholic. I think it was the only test I took, the only name I took. But my father really couldn't afford to send me to Bergen Catholic. And fortunately, he said something to his boss, and his boss basically said, well, I'll pay for it. So my father's employer paid my tuition to go to Bergen Catholic. And by the way, it was $700 a year at the time. But that was a lot of money back then. My father didn't make enough money to pay that, and you think about that back then and where we are today. We go out to a nice meal at the Capitol Grill, and it's over $700. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this: these teachers that are here, for me, these teachers were the epitome of my education, because I know that college is a great thing. I happen to be one of those guys that did not go to college. I happen to be a guy that was fortunate enough to start a business several years after being out of Bergen Catholic. And this day, it's a relevant business because of the education I got from the teachers, and whether it was Mr. Courtney for Latin, Brother Lee for physics, Brother Walsh for biology, I have to tell you that they instilled within me, even though I didn't really want to learn it like they wanted to teach it, they instilled in me a set of moral character that is, bar none, the best out there. Today, it's a brotherhood. And I know you're hearing a lot about this, but now I think what it's time for me is it's time to put our money where our mouth is, right? By the way, just for the record, they got this app that you can open up, and this is the one we want you to use, this app. On this little phone, I think everybody's got one of these. We need these numbers. Oh, it's only at $2,000. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's not good. Hold on. Where are we? Let's see if we can make this. Oh, by the way, oh, wait a minute, one more thing. There was a guy that ran out of here tonight. He couldn't stay any longer. But he told me, make sure I tell everybody he's putting in $5,000. So thank you, Jim Dowling. You open it up to the donation part, and then you can put in an amount. And it takes any amount, really. So you can donate what you want. But let's get those numbers up here. Oh, we're at $20,850 so far.
Maybe you're sitting out in the audience right now thinking about a teacher that you might have had at Bergen Catholic that made a difference in your life, in whatever way they made a difference. And maybe you're thinking about a classmate. Maybe you're thinking about your own experience. Or maybe you're thinking about one of your own children that has the incredible opportunity to be part of the Bergen Catholic experience. Whatever it is that motivates and inspires, this is your opportunity to help those that may not have that opportunity but for the tuition assistance program. So here's what I want you to do is reach into your pockets, grab your phone, and take a moment, whether it's $50, $500, $5,000, $50,000. Where's Tony Labazetta? I said 50,000. Your name came right out of my mouth, Tony. I don't know what happened. Just kidding, buddy. Whatever it is, maybe you're thinking about somebody that has made a difference in your life. This is your opportunity to return serve. Rich shared his experience. I did not know that, by the way. And that's amazing to me. But I do think about this. When I was a freshman, tuition was $800 a year. And I remember my dad saying to me senior year when tuition doubled to $1,600, I'll keep it without the profanity. My dad said, "Are you kidding me?" I'll leave out the expletive. Your tuition doubled in 4 years. And then a few years later, as my son became a freshman, and I'm sorry, am I interrupting somebody's conversation in the room? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation. My dad said, "Pal, how much is tuition at Bergen Catholic these days? Patrick's a freshman." I said, "Dad, you don't want me to tell you. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. It's significant investment, but it's worth every penny." I said, there was no doubt in my mind that that's where we wanted Patrick to go. There was no doubt in his mind where he wanted to go. And when I told him the number, he did not believe me. But the fact of the matter is that every penny is worth it. Because when I take a look at what our son has experienced, my wife and I, after 4 years, we never questioned the investment. And so what we're asking you tonight is to make an investment in somebody that can't make those tuition payments. Rich?
Yeah. So here's the problem. Oh, we're at 55,000. We're looking for 150,000, so we're a third of the way there. And what I basically, that's good job. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish I could say thank you when we're done, but we're not done. Actually, what it comes down to is, I basically told the kitchen to hold back on the meals until we reached our goal. So I know you're hungry, but 57,000 just not going to cut it. 150,000 is the number. Come on, let's go. Let's get it in there. 60,000 is getting closer. We're not halfway there, but we keep going, we might get there. I really got no place else to go. Not quite that hungry anyway. So I think it's time to $62,000. We got a couple guys out there might want to pump some money in here. Let's go. Let's get it in here. Oh, thank you so much. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely. So $62,550, $150,000. We're only $90,000 short. Only $90,000 short. So we're going to get there, but it might take an hour and a half. You might want to tell me to shut up eventually. $74,000. Now we're talking. We're halfway there. Sandy?
Well, I just wanted to say there's a couple of outstanding jugs in the audience tonight, and we can make them disappear for a cool $1,500 contribution. You know who you are. Brother Zawad has been outfitted with a yardstick, and he will be coming table to table at this point. He's the muscle. Tough guys come in small packages, Peter. All kidding aside, for us to hit our goal of $150,000 tonight doesn't require everybody to make a huge donation, but it does require everybody to make a donation, just to reach in and make an effort to pay a small part. Play a small part in making it possible. As we cross over 76,750, I think 80's right around the corner. And Rich and I will be going table to table by name and personally asking for investments. There we go. About to cross over 80. There we go. Give the room a round of applause. About to cross over $80,000. Thank you, Stephen.
Or we could raise the goal and wait 2 hours for dinner. $90,000. We're 60% there. Any help would be appreciated. Let's get that thing above 100,000, and then you can have us shut up in about 5 minutes. We really appreciate it. And the one thing I must say is that I want to apologize to the teachers for my behavior during school. And thank goodness there's not too many of those teachers here. But they did let me back in afterwards. And we're at $98,000. Let's break $100,000. We need your help. Keep it cooking, baby. 2/3 of the way there. 66%. 65 was passing, if I remember correctly, because I did get that most of the time. But we got a $150,000 goal, so we're not there yet. 99,245. The number's getting closer. We're getting there, but let's kick it up a notch, guys, and get some last-minute money in there. Any help is appreciated. $104,000. 104. Thank you so much. Thank you for your help. It's not that painful, okay? If you go to the city with your family for a dinner at a nice restaurant, it could be $2,000. $106,000. Very helpful. Thank you so much. Everybody doing a great job here. So, shh. I know everybody wants to talk, but you see, I'm talking up here. So right now we're at 106,000. We're very much appreciative of everybody's help. These teachers, what they did for me personally was help me to develop a mind that was a business mind, that was able to run a business, to be able to give back. My father said to me a long time ago, when you make $1, you can't keep the whole dollar. You have to give some of that money back. And that has paid off in spades. We're at $106,000. We're $45,000 off the goal. $45,000. How are we going to come up with the $45,000? Any ideas? Sandy's got an idea.
Off to our right over here at one of the special tables by the stage sits a man who controls the destiny of Bergen Catholic football tomorrow night in Ramsey. Just in case you didn't know, there's a little game tomorrow night in Ramsey. But I just spoke with Coach Vito in private, and he said to me, if we can get to $150,000, he'll guarantee victory tomorrow night. He said Patrick Ewing spoke to him earlier today and said, Coach, guaranteed a victory, damn it. So let's go, guys. We got just a little ways to go. We're making progress. Let's put the 150 on the board. We can all celebrate tomorrow. My buddy Tony D is looking for a little, relief. Come on, baby. The D is coming to play tomorrow night. I know there'll be a few teachers in the crowd for sure. There we go. That's better. That's better. Now we're making some progress. There we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And by the way, at $1.50, we all get to eat. So, Coach, we're serving raw meat tonight in honor of the football players. Raw meat.
Should I tell him to start cooking in the kitchen? What do you think? We're at 118,000. Got 32,000 to go. 32. It's only 32,000. There's 500 people here tonight. 118,000. We need $30,000, guys. I would be embarrassed if I walk off the stage and we don't make that goal. We're at 119. Come on, baby. Let's get up there. Wow, thank you so much. Beautiful. This is a huge help to people that are putting that money out. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Bergen Catholic, the children, the boys that go to this school get a tremendous benefit from your help tonight. 100% of this money goes to college, high school tuition assistance for Bergen Catholic. We're getting very, very close to our number. We're $27,000 away from $28,000 from the number. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're a mere $25,000 away from the number. It's nothing. One beautiful vacation, okay, would be $25,000. Just skip one vacation. One vacation. Here we go. Beautiful. Look at this. I love it. I love it. This is the brotherhood. Whoa! This is the brotherhood. 150 said, don't stop now. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Look at this. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Thank you so much. This is what Bergen Catholic is about. Look at this. It's amazing what we can do for these students like JJ, who can come here and dedicate his life and get what he got out of this school. $160,000. Beautiful. All right, guys, you can bring out the food. Okay, we're good. I know people are getting more hungry by the minute, but there you go. It's $160,000. Sorry.
Listen, we're not done. We only promise food. The booze happens at 200K, just for the record. I know some of you are a little disturbed by that, but that's the truth. John, drinks are on the house for you, by the way. John Amaratis, drinks are on the house. I was about to appeal to the Italian Americans, not just the Irish in the crowd, because they said make it personal tonight. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. They said make it personal. I said the easiest way to make it personal is to commandeer all the Italian Americans in the room and just ask them to politely ask at each table personally. Just make each table an offer they can't refuse, and things will go perfectly. There we go, 161. just shy of 161. And all humor aside, I want to take it back to what JJ shared with us before, because I think it's important to keep that in mind. And again, I don't want to interrupt any of your riveting conversations. If you're saying something meaningful and important. But what JJ shared with us is the essence of why each and every person is here in the room tonight. You can go anywhere and have something to eat, something to drink, share time with people. But the reason that we're here tonight is because of the impact that our teachers have had on the students like JJ. 176. Let's put a little hand clap together. I mean, 186. We're going to break 200. At 200, drinks are on the house, by the way. Cash bar is over at 200K. Drinks are on the house for everybody. I understand we've got the 2025 Boone's Farm Cabernet. We'll be pouring that generously. Let's go. We're close. We're close. For those of you, Rich referenced before the Capitol Grill, they have the generous pour that they usually have in September timeframe. In November, we've got the generous pour, as I said, of the Boone's Farm here, but we got to hit 200K to get there. We're close. We're only about $13,000 and change away. Thank you so much. And by the way, one last added benefit, I leave the stage at 200K. So the quicker we get there, the less you have to listen to my bad jokes. Let's see how quickly we can get there. 192, see? Right there. 7,500 more and I'm out. I'm done. Doc Mahoney comes up, brings it home. $192,465. Carl Haas, Touchdown Club. By the way, what's that, Coach? You said shut out at 200,000? Shut out at 200,000. Let's just make it happen. Shut out at 200K. Come on, let's go. Brendan, don't hold it against me. I don't want any handwritten notes. Thanks so much. Last time we'd be up here on stage. We're close. 200K gets a shutout. That means we all get to leave the field, Granitel Stadium as they call it, victorious with a shutout. Come on, we're getting close. Let's just cross over that 200K. We'll have something to eat, something to drink. We'll put all the pressure on Vito. Ask him what his game plan is for tomorrow. How's he going to run the offense? Tony DeBellis will tell you he's going to run a defense. And TD, no pressure. No pressure.
It's the winning ticket.
That is the winning ticket?
It's the winning ticket.
Okay. I feel like Willy Wonka. The winning ticket for the 50-50 cash raffle, I'm going to announce once we get to 200,000. We got about another 2-3 minutes. Is the cell service working here, Doc? Cell service is working? There we go. We're stuck on 1,937.15, 200K. We see a shutout. We have drinks on the house. And the 50-50 raffle. Just a quick show of hands. Who's got a raffle ticket for the 50-50? Just raise your ticket up in the air, please, so I can see it. Just raise your ticket up in the air. Who's got a 50-50 raffle ticket in the audience? Okay, the winning number is? The winning number is? I'm not telling you. You're too busy talking to somebody else. We'll hold off. We're sitting at 193,715. And I know there's a generous soul in the audience that's going to jumpstart us with the next donation. Let's see if it comes from the 50-50 raffle. All right, you ready? I got to have complete silence. And I'm patient. The winning number is 0, 6, 7, 067. My favorite number in the world, 9. 0679. Winning number for 50-50, 0679.
No, you didn't get it. I bought this ticket.
Oh, bro, you can't do
I bought
that.
the ticket, so I gave you my ticket.
All right, forget that. Well, now we know who the winning ticket is, bro. You got to explain that. I said to you before, Mr. Goldie did not bring me into his class purposely because I was not academically fit. Even better, we're still working. We're creeping up at 193, 815. I'll be pulling the ticket, so don't worry. I'll be pulling the ticket. All right, we're going to put a lid on it. This is the last call. We're at 193, 194, 315. Just when I thought we were done, 194, 315. We're going to keep it open for a bit. $194, 315.
Come on, guys. It's $5,000. We can do $5,000, right? I know. So 700 a year times 4 years is $2,800. So my whole high school tuition was $2,800. It's now, well, you know, it's a lot. But we can pull $5,000 and we'll be done. Thank you. And by the way, you've exceeded the goal, and there's 500 people here. 500 people, $10 a piece is $5,000. So anything we can do to punch it over that finish line would be very much appreciated.
I think that's a great point. We got 500 people in the room. If each one of us commits, to another $20, $20 for each one of us in the room, we break $200,000. So we're going to kick it off. There we go. We're climbing up. There we go. We're going to chip away at this. This is like 3 yards in a cloud of dust, Coach. 3 yards in a cloud of dust to get us to 200,000. Thank you, Terry B. Thank you, Michael Ruiz de Somocorcio. Samantha and Connor Labazetta, thank you. John and Israel Falcone. Where's John? Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Patrick Hogan. Thank you, Ryan Nab. Stephanie Thompson. We're a couple of clicks from 200K, guys. We are so close. I'm up here sweating it out for 200K. You don't want to see an old fat dude sweating on stage. It's not pretty. We're so close. And I've got the winning ticket. $1,285 away. $1,285, and the bar is open.
I would like everybody to clap and give yourself a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What a beautiful thing you have done tonight for some deserving students who will be able to go to Bergen Catholic as a direct result of what you have done here tonight. It's amazing. $198,000, $199,000. And I'm sure by the end of the night we'll be at 200, but thank you, thank you, thank you. There's not enough thank yous. And the teachers can now teach wonderful young men and give them an opportunity, give them a chance. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you.
We're close. We're close. I mean, for real. Thank you.
$199,415. Come on, guys. One more, just one more. I don't want to get off the stage yet. Attention, Kmart shoppers. Beautiful thing. Who's going to knock it over? Oh! $85. Oh, I got to get it. Woo!
No, get a picture of them. The picture should be of everybody in this room. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing.
Totally amazing. Thank you.
All right, Manjad, and thank you guys. Where is Bob Murray? Class of 83, Bob Murray? Where's Bob? Doc Mahoney? This, this is a moment just to take a second. I know you're having riveting conversation. However, I was just told that I resemble the Colonel from Boogie Nights wearing Doc Mahoney's wife Amy's glasses because I can't find mine. So thanks, Bob Murray, for that comment, instilling confidence in me up here. Anyhow, just take a second, if you could, to take a deep breath and stop talking. That's better. Just a quick deep breath in. Everybody with me? Quick deep breath in. That's better. That's better. And you can resume conversation in just a minute. But this is the moment in the program where we get a chance to honor the heart and soul and the people that we are gathered here to recognize. All right, left side of the room. I'm just asking for 2-3 minutes. There you go, that's better. My left, your right. Right side of the room's all right. Like a box of pencils over here. All right, okay? Left side? There we go. All right. That's better. Now is the time where we have a chance. Let me just give Bob Murray a quick moment. The Colonel from Boogie Nights, right here. There you go. Exactly, thanks, Tim. You can always count on Tim McCarthy for a good laugh at my bad jokes. Now is the moment where we have a chance to recognize and honor the heart and soul of Bergen Catholic, and that is the teachers and the educators that deliver the experience for each of us. I can picture right now Scott Gisman and John Puzio up at Smuggler's Notch leading us in prayer each and every day before we went out to tackle those ski slopes. You guys probably remember those prayers, same as I do, all those Hail Marys to get the day started. But we are truly here to honor the folks that have made an impression and an impact and influenced us in some small or large way, and in many different ways. They made us laugh, they made us think for ourselves, which is something that we don't see in today's world. We got a lot of groupthink going on. Bergen Catholic is not about that. Our teachers taught us how to think for ourselves, how to reason, how to treat people with dignity, courtesy, and respect, how to get on people when we need to get on people, how to be a gentleman when it was time to be a gentleman, when it was time to get a little bit crazy, like the crazies do when they run down Oradell Avenue. That's all inspired and powered by the men and women and the brothers that educated and inspired every one of us over the years. And we have numerous opportunities to make light of that. You know, we have a lot of good laughs around the room. I can't bump into people that were within 3 or 4 years of my year, whether they were below or above, and not share a good laugh, and then find somebody that graduated 20 years before me and share similar stories. And that's the thread, the common thread. And I think the ties that bind are the teachers and the educators at Bergen Catholic. So what I'd like to do is invite Dr. Mahoney to come up, and all of our teachers and educators to come up and join us at the front of the room over here, please. And I'll read the inscription it says Teachers, the Heart of Bergen Catholic, celebrating our teachers, Crusader Gala 2025. Well deserved.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our fabulous teachers at Bergen Catholic High School.
Put your hands together for the legacy makers. Put your hands together, come on. Okay. First thing that we're going to take care of is the Saddle River Inn. It's a $1,000 gift card to the Saddle River Inn. Doc Mahoney, can I trouble you for just a second? And the winner is Brian Mahoney. Doc, no, I'm just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Tracy Nobile. Tracy Nobile. Where's Tracy? Tracy Nobile. Come on down. Back corner. Here she comes. Here she comes, Tracy Nobile, going to the Saddle River Inn. All right, Trace. Give her a round of applause. Okay. The next ticket is a week with Scott Gisman, holed up in the woods, in a cabin, with no outside communication. No, I'm just kidding. Regina. Now we got the 50-50, the real 50-50. Total raised of $104,600. $52,300 goes to BC. The first ticket that we're about to pull. Did I get that math right? Where's Mr. Goldie? Where's Mr. Goldie when you need him? I got to make sure I got to check my math here. First ticket is for $26,150. $26,150. Thanks, bro. That's great. Where's the brother when you need him? He says, I can't read the handwriting. You take over. Okay. I'm going to go with Gwen Zhang, class parent 28 from River Edge. Gwen Zhang? Zhang? I got that proper? It's Irish. I don't speak Irish. I'm sorry. Gwen Zhang, class parent of 2028. Yes, you got it. There you go. There we go. Outstanding. What's that? Next one.
I was totally passing.
All right, second ticket, $26,150. Leon Pavelski, class of 71, in Mustang, Oklahoma. Leon Pavelski, class of 71. Not here? Accepting Leon's $26,150 is esteemed class of 85 graduate Sandy Cerami, happily accepting the, no. Okay. Thank you so much. You're good. Before I step off the stage and relieve you of having to listen to me, there's somebody I just want to remember for just a second. This is one more time I'm going to ask you to please just keep it quiet for just 1 second. Just a second. Right side of the room, make me proud, baby. Just keep it nice and light. Left side, bring it down for just a second. One person I want to acknowledge right now, and it would be so much more incredible if we just took a moment to stop talking. Shh. There we go. Okay. So, when Marge had reached out to me a few months back to see if I had the calendar space to come and join the event, which is always my high honor, and she asked me to come in and serve as the MC. I'm sorry, am I interrupting you folks over here at the bar? I'm so sorry. Okay. Shh. Thank you. Because this is not about me. This is about a guy that did this long before I ever stood in front of a microphone in front of this amazing, generous family of Bergen Catholic Crusaders. That's Ted Noble. And for those of us that know and remember Ted fondly, Ted did this better than anybody. Ted was the MC of MCs, a legend, and I didn't want the night to go by. Right, Tom? Right? Where's Joe? Where's... Can't see, I'm blind as a bat, but Ted Noble made this an art form and made people laugh and made people go into their pockets. And so I just wanted to remember Ted Noble. That's it. Enjoy the rest of the night.